the Mercedes C-Class has always been a very good all-rounder. It's got enough space in there to be comfortable for 4 or 5 people if it's a saloon or estate car. You can have 4 doors estate car, 3-door coupe, or a 2-door 4-seater convertible. You've got the varying petrol and diesel engine cars, and then you have the AMG versions. Now the AMG 63 is a very very noisy, very thirsty, very powerful car, and it's not going to suit everybody. There's an awful lot of power to go through a convertible car, but the C43 has a 3-litre V6 turbocharged engine which produces 362 brake horsepower. It propels this car from 0 to 60 in less than 5 seconds. So that makes it a really good contender for someone who wants enough power for the car to be interesting without blowing the budget. The car behind me is 2018 C43 AMG Premium Plus in Cavansite Blue, and I'd like to show you around. So there we go. So it's a 2018 car. It's a Premium Plus. So the Premium Plus gives you a higher level of specification, which I'll go through with you in a second. The Cavansite Blue is this really nice dark blue metallic. I'm going to walk around. It's a low sun, so we'll get some of it, but probably not all of it. Yeah, we're not going to see it, but it's a nice deep metallic blue. The sun's too low in the sky, and I think it suits the car really well. It's a very smart colour. It's a very smart looking car. You've got a nice mixture of chrome and aluminium and silver in the front grills. I do love this front grille here. I think that finishes off the front of the car really nicely. The silver lower spoiler. These LED high performance lights look really cool. And these 5 double spoke AMG wheels, and those great big discs behind them, and those huge 4-pot calipers. So this car is designed, or those brakes are designed to stop this car, which has 362 brake horsepower, and it does it really well. The wheels are 19-inch. They're in gloss black with a diamond turn finish. You can see the AMG sills. They stick out more than you would do with a standard non-AMG car, and you can see the C43 insignia on the back. I've got the car running at the moment. It's freezing cold out here, but it's going to be nice and warm when I close the roof in a second. A really nice sleek design. Just looking down the side of the car, you can see from the reflection you've got good panel gaps. The paintwork is nice. Good reflection coming off the paint. It just looks nice. Of course, most C-Class are rear-wheel drive, but you can see here this has 4MATIC. Now, Mercedes-Benz 4MATIC means 4-wheel drive. So this gives you a lot of grip, especially when you're putting that power down. It doesn't matter whether it's slippery, rainy, or whatever. You've got really good grip here, so it tames that 362 brake horsepower really well. A mixture of the gloss black and the silver breaks up the colour very nicely as well. Moving to the inside, we have this lovely black with a contrasting red stitching which runs all the way down outside of the doors. You can see a nice bit of detail that runs through the doors as well. Electric folding mirrors, heated seats with 3 different heat settings, air scarf. Now what the air scarf is, you can see from behind here, you've got these vents. Can you see the 2 fans in there? So they will blow warm air to the back of your neck, which means that when you're driving and it's not particularly hot, but it's nice enough to have the roof down, you can have a nice warm blast of air down the back of your neck, which keeps you nice and warm. And then you can see here that this does the base of the seat. This will lengthen the base of the seat or shorten it, and I'm just going to show you now. So if I pull that back, you can see the seat squab will adjust in and out to fit you in behind the knee, depending on your leg size. The headrests, I just adjust the headrests. You can see the adjustment on the headrest is electric. So designed to be very, very comfortable. And this does the back of the seat, and that does the base of the seat, backwards and forwards and up and down. So, but the headrests are tilted nice and a nice amount forward, so they will tuck in behind your neck nice and comfortably. You've got good lateral support in these seats with an Alcantara style centre. Again, more of this contrast red stitching, more lateral support here. The seats are in really nice shape. You've got some nice robust carpets, and the flat bottomed sports steering wheel carries this red contrast stitching throughout, as does the centre armrest, which opens up into a cubby box. It also has your USBs in there as well. Black ash style interior trim looks nice, and it's quite robust. The gloss trims can scratch a little bit. This tends to be a little bit better in terms of being hard wearing. Now if I pull this back, I can then slide the seat forward, and you can see comfort access. That seat is now coming forward on its own, so you can get in and out of the back more easily. But red seat belts, more contrast stitching. There is a wind deflector which will come up. Extra speakers. Now this has the Burmeister surround sound system. So the Burmeister, in my opinion, is one of the best systems fitted to any of the Mercedes-Benz cars, and a lot of other cars as well. Of course, if you've got the hood down or even the windows open, having a decent quality sound system makes a world of difference. And you can see that the seat goes back into the position again. So nice quality sound system. So roof down or windows open, whatever, it's a lovely sound. And it's got a powerful system as well. All your lights all down here to the right of your steering wheel. I come in and close the door. We can see that this car has 24,186 miles on it, so 24,186 miles. We have a nice colour screen. All your air conditioning buttons here, and then your menu button to bring it up so you can actually fine tune your air conditioning from here as well. All your shortcut buttons are here. So nav brings up the nav screen. You can then use this, which will turn, and it moves left and right and backwards and forwards, and I'll show you what that does. So as I turn it, or I can move it left and right or up and down, you can see this gives me access to various different elements of the screen. There's a back button here, and this is also a touchpad. So if I go on to radio, for example, let's just turn that down. Volume switch. It's also on the steering wheel, but there's a roller switch here which makes that nice and easy to use. But if I just swipe from one side to the other, I can just at the touch of my finger, I can swipe from one app to the other, and while I'm on the telephone, I can use that to actually dial. So I can use my finger to draw a number, and it will recognise the number. So that works really nicely. One of the nice things about the Mercedes, I'm going to turn this around, because this button here will hand you, I'll just press that, hands, just like having a butler in the car, to hand you your seatbelt to make it easier to get in and out of the car, which is lovely. And at the moment the engine is just a very nice smooth 6-cylinder. If I press the button to give you sports exhaust, you can now hear it's a much more hollow note. It's a bit louder, it feels and sounds a lot more sporty. You can take your auto start stop off from here. You have your different drive modes. So I'm going to just come up here and show you. In fact, this is probably better. Different options, and you can flick through comfort, sport, sport plus, and individual. So you can actually tailor the way this car drives to the way you'd like to have it. You've got the manual override. You do have gear change paddles, change down on the left and change up on the right. You can see the plus and the minus. So you can switch over to manual, and you can adjust suspension damping to ride sport, sport plus, or comfort. So 3 different settings on the suspension, settings on the manual, on the gearbox. So you can customize this car and the way it drives to the way that you like it. Now the gear change, there is no automatic gear change here. We've got park, reverse, neutral, drive. So my foot on the brake. If I now bring that down into D, you can now see that we've looked up D and the car will start to move forward. If I move that up, that will then bring us into reverse. So the R is now lit up, as is the rear view camera, which you can see there is really nice and clear. To put it back into park, all I need to do is press the button on the end, and you can see now the signal says that we're in park. That will now lock the gearbox and stop the car from moving. Now I've got the keys in there, but there is your charging socket, and we have cup holders. This is the button that does the roof. I'll show you that in a second. Decent sized glove box. Just a very nice quality place to sit. All the materials feel nice. It's a very comfortable place to be, and I'm just going to push this button and show you how the roof works. So there's no releasing or anything like that, no catches. It's just press a button and the whole thing happens, and then the windows wind up. And the top, there we go. You can see in the rear view mirror, we now have the roof up. Turn that down. So it's immediately getting warmer in here. Now I can feel from the fabric on the roof that this is really nicely insulated. So this is a good all year round car. The 4-wheel drive gives you an awful lot of grip, both in the summer and the winter. It doesn't matter whether it's a dry day, an icy day, or a wet day. This is going to give you a lot more grip and handling and safety on the road than a standard rear-wheel drive would. So I hope you like the car. I hope you like the video and find the video useful. If you'd like to know more about the car, please visit our website, www.bramshawebv.com. Drop us an email, drop us a text or a WhatsApp, or pick up the phone and speak to us. We'd love to talk to you about it. Thank you for watching.